In a garden or landscape context, a folly is the name given to a building with no practical purpose. These follies are normally just ornamental, designed to be visually interesting. They could even be considered works of art. But ultimately, they're just a bit of fun. And there's nothing wrong with that. The name, of course, comes about because in human terms, a folly means a touch of silliness, a foolish endeavor, a touch of madness. Like maybe building your own home, or even restoring and renovating a heritage property. Except, of course, that could be much worse, full of unknown perils. That could go disastrously wrong, cost so much, take so long. And that's no fun at all. The small town of Clyde in central Otago is just over an hour's drive from the adventure capital of Queenstown. And while life here is much more sedate, Clyde still has plenty to offer visitors and locals alike. Just as long as they can cope with some of the coldest temperatures in the whole country each and every winter.
How's you going for a coffee?
Yeah.
Nice.
In Clyde this morning are Marco Kramers and Ryan Sanders, recently arrived from Auckland and looking, of course, for a latte.
Do you think we'll get used to the cold?
I reckon you will.
Oh, I don't know. The fencer said to me the other day, it's not cold till you can walk on the puddles.
In Auckland, Marco and Ryan live in a penthouse apartment and thoroughly enjoy the big city lifestyle. But with Marco about to retire after more than 30 years in property management, and Ryan selling his tourism business, the time is right to make a move south.
Being in South Island myself was always part of my strategy to get Marco down here. He didn't know that, but I was always going to lure him down.
Willing participant.
The bit to be down here, that's not a surprise, but the building that we've purchased and the journey that we're on, that's a surprise.
The surprise was Earnscheugh Castle, a central Otago landmark, just a few minutes' drive from Clyde on what was the Earnscheugh sheep station. Although Marco and Ryan wanted a bit of space for themselves and their dogs, Jake and George, they hadn't counted on a huge historic homestead and 12 hectares of land. But it was love at first sight.
Coming in over those cattle stops and into the garden, main garden. Oh my God.
And as soon as we drove on up,
Oh my God, halfway down the drive, didn't
we were like, we're going to buy this, aren't we?
Yeah.
We hadn't even been inside. And I was like, here we go.
The castle was built in the early 1920s for Stephen and Marion Spain, who leased Earnscheugh sheep station, but made a fortune from its rabbits, operating a canning factory in nearby Alexandra and exporting meat and skins to Europe and America. But when the bottom dropped out of the overseas market, the Spains ran out of money, and the castle was never finished. However, the family stayed living in what would become known as Spain's Folly until the early 1940s. After that, different owners came and went, but by 2022, when Ryan and Marco arrived, the castle had been empty for several years and was very run down.
We just went straight into strategizing mode and we got it across the line.
And then it's like, party!
What a miserable day. But that is a glorious building. Good day. Well, is it a good day? I don't know, but how are
Hey Tom,
you?
I'm Ryan, how are you, matey?
Hi Ryan, very good.
Marco,
Hi Marco.
welcome.
So I've been really excited to come and see this building, but also to see who takes on a building like this.
Some crazies.
Some crazies.
Yeah,
Wow.
big ideas.
Yeah.
Come in and have a look.
Yeah.
Thank you.
After you.
Thank you. Ah, wow, the first grand room.
Pretty interesting 2 cherubs up here. Slightly creepy looking, but we love them.
And then through to, there's some light here.
Yeah, here's the ballroom.
Originally a
Ballroom.
billiard room, but
Right.
we think it'll be a ballroom.
Well, you need a ballroom in a place like this.
It goes without saying, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
And in really good condition. I mean, oh, well, actually, don't look through there. but it feels okay, doesn't it? The joinery, I think the materials in this building,
It's incredible.
Oh, you just couldn't rebuild it again.
at some expense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The scale of this house and what Marco and Ryan are taking on is frankly enormous.
So this is another lounge.
I think I'm going to have to start keeping a tally.
Yeah.
I think I know where I am still. There's some water damage there.
There is, yeah. Some state-of-the-art duct tape to stop all the draft coming through.
And then, there's signs of this room being altered.
Yeah. There was a window originally here, and rumour has it, and look, it's just a rumour at this stage, but that there was 2 families, and they, basically didn't want to see one another, so they blocked in that window.
A few windows around.
So
Yeah.
a family feud in the past.
Yeah.
Right. Well, interesting. I wonder if there's more to that story. For now, though, there's much more to see upstairs. Well, this is pretty quirky, isn't it? It doesn't feel quite right in some ways. A very low ceiling.
Very low.
Full window.
Yeah.
And then here, and it's great. It's light.
She's a narrow house with lots of windows.
You're right. Yeah. So the back of the house is just the back of these rooms here.
Yeah, it's only about 7 meters wide or something.
Twinned with a bathroom.
A not so private bathroom.
No, a bathroom with a great big window, and then a toilet on a different level.
Yeah.
Steps up there. There's a bit of rejigging to do here. Then.
Significant rejigging. And we're here to finish it, aren't we, Marco?
Yeah.
The grand scale of Earnscheugh Castle combines architectural styles from the 19th and early 20th centuries in 2 symmetrical wings. In the east wing, Ryan and Marco's redesign renovates the drawing room with an open-air balcony and the ballroom with its own kitchen and powder rooms. A large terrace with outdoor dining winds right round the back to a small west wing terrace beside the laundry, a designated dog room, large multi-purpose butler's kitchen, more powder rooms, and a mudroom. Decking down the side leads onto the castle swimming pool, sauna and facilities block. Inside, relax in the vast living room, or create in the kitchen, complete with top-line cast iron stove. Enjoy a sumptuous repast at the dining table here, or more formally, in the actual dining room next door. Make a grand entrance from the entry porch into the double-height lobby and up the winding staircase to the top-floor sunroom. A broad hallway with a balcony leads into the expansive master bedroom, dressing room, private balcony and ensuite. Guest bedrooms 2 and 3 and en-suites complete the upper east wing, while across in the upper west wing, the library has 4-to-ceiling bookshelves and a sliding library ladder. Guest bedrooms 4, 5, 6 and 7, all with en-suites, complete the west wing, with a full-length balcony down the side and a rear deck and fire escape. The exterior features decorative brickwork, large windows and symmetrical repetition. The ornate corner brickwork will stay, but the rest will be plastered over, finally completing Earnscheugh Castle as originally intended, as it enters a new era as a luxury B&B and Ryan and Marco's country seat. It looks great, but the challenges ahead are as significant, maybe more significant than starting with a new place, right?
Category 1 listed building, so
That's as serious as it gets.
it is. It's as serious as it gets. So thank God Marco's got some experience doing this stuff before, because if I was flying solo, there's no way I'd be able to do something like this.
But you share that vision and dream and excitement.
Yeah, I mean, we've got the same idea. We're both really passionate about honouring the original plans from 1920 and finishing off this 102-year-old building to what it should be like.
They ran out of money in the Depression and they've never completed the exterior. It's got missing pieces in the parapets.
Yeah, at the very top.
The columns haven't been completed and the plaster of the facade.
And of course you got all of this non-visual grade concrete.
Yeah, it was all supposed to be dressed.
How much did you pay for the building?
We paid 2.5.
2.5.
2.5 million.
Yeah.
Big cost there. But then, is the cost of renovating this place, is that going to be more than the cost of buying?
Oh,
Would be about 4,
yeah.
4.5, yeah, max. That'll be stretching us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got to bring it in way below that, 3 max maybe.
Yeah.
So when do you move here? What's the plan?
So the rough plan is to get all our consents this year, and then
Fair.
another 12 months to do the house. We think the house has got to end up telling a story of our lives. So we're going to bring everything we've got and we're going to incorporate it into the house.
This is an incredible opportunity to breathe new life into an important and unique building. Now, Marco and Ryan's vision and excitement is clear, but so is their challenge. A Category 1 heritage building is officially recognised as needing the highest level of protection. So Marco and Ryan's renovation will be subject to the most intense scrutiny. I just hope that when they're in the thick of things, a year and $1 million down the track, with all the complications that this building will surely throw at them, they still think it's the right decision, and this great house finally gets the finish it deserves. Six months down the track, and just as I feared, Marco and Ryan are mired in the resource and building consent processes with the local council. And without the official paperwork, they can't do very much. All going well, they'll be welcoming visitors to their B&B next December. For now though, everything hinges on the council and the consents.
We've got 3 building consents being lodged, 1 for the coach house, 1 for the stables building and 1 for the main house. For all of those consents to be lodged, you have to actually have completed design. Because it's a Category 1 listing, we've had to consider everything on the outside, even right down to where the barbecue goes around the pool. It all has to be signed off.
But that process has hit a major snag. A council heritage consultant disagrees with their plans to repair the broken bricks and seal the exterior with plaster. The consultant argues that the unfinished look is now part of the castle's heritage value and therefore shouldn't be changed.
Maybe we could leave that piece unplastered so you could see the history of the house. Yeah, that might be a compromise.
Yeah. We're just trying to complete what was the original vision. So it's a bit unfortunate that we're getting a bit of pushback.
The council has now ruled the consents issue must go to what's called a notified public hearing, where all interested parties present their case. But all that will take time and cost a lot of money, and Marco and Ryan are furious.
It's one of the worst decisions I've ever had in my 30 years of dealing with councils. I went to work the next day and I just couldn't work the whole day. I just like, oh, what are we going to do?
What makes Ryan and Marco even more frustrated is that their restoration plans already have the full backing of Heritage New Zealand, the government agency charged with protecting buildings like Earnscheugh Castle.
I thought having them on board was a no-brainer. We're earthquake strengthening the building with the plaster, making it watertight, finishing the original designs from 1920, so completing it, yeah, it just seems crazy that we're up against a brick wall. I just can't believe that Heritage New Zealand can get trumped by the local council.
There's no question that the state of the castle's walls have contributed to its steady decline over the years. Marco and Ryan believe that their plastering plans will give the building a future. But if they lose the consents hearing, they fear it will be the castle's fate that's sealed. By the middle of 2023, Ryan and Marco are pushing ahead with their renovation of historic Earnscheugh Castle in central Otago.
The kitchen's been completely gutted.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Oh my God.
only one dead rat as well.
Only one. Thought there would have been a few more.
Yeah.
Marco has covered over the old swimming pool to create an area where building materials can be stored. And while Ryan still spends most of his time in Auckland with work commitments, Marco has been spending up large.
So this is one chandelier. This is the chandelier for the main entranceway, but Marco's actually bought 17 so far. And we actually haven't even kicked off renovation works in the main building. But we've got 17 chandeliers. That's the most important thing.
Well, it's going to be amazing. Like when you come in, you drive in at night, we have a function, you drive in at night, you come around, the whole house will be sparkling through the windows, all the chandeliers, and you come around.
But Marco and Ryan's confidence and good humour has been hard won. Their battle to restore the heritage-listed castle had to go through a public hearing at the local council, where they put their case for resource consent.
We're completely humbled because we ended up getting 98 submissions to our application, and 100% of them were supporting.
All support us is amazing.
But it's been a huge amount of work.
Yeah, huge, really expensive. Like, I can't believe how expensive a process like that is.
Yeah, well, it's about 150 grand.
Just for this hearing.
Just to do the hearing. Plus, it's in timer, we've lost the whole summer.
The main collateral damage is that the third building on the property, the stables, we just need to park that for the time being.
Yeah, basically. It's meant the money we had for that is gone.
But if there's one positive that comes from the costly and time-consuming battle for the consent, it's been all the related publicity that attracted people wanting to help. People like Penny Clark, a former Queenstown Lakes District Councillor, who was so enthused she bought herself a caravan and moved in.
My job here is caretaker extraordinaire, and I put that name on myself because it covers a multitude of sins. If you can think of something, I'm probably doing it. The castle itself had a huge menagerie of creatures on board that I realised quite quickly had to be removed. The roof was leaking like a sieve, so I had to run around with buckets and then proceeded to catch possums, rats, mice.
And although Penny's not alone in recognising how special the castle is, she does seem to be connected on another level altogether.
I'm from England, and we used to live in a big old house, so I had empathy, I understood, and you have to talk to the bricks and talk to the ghosts. I have sat on the steps in the castle and had a chat with the ghost and explained to the building what's happening. This is all right, you are going to be magical. And I think she's cottoned on to that.
She said, this is a really important building for the area and I'm going to come and help you. We thought at first, crazy, what a crazy here. But she is amazing. Yeah, she's just passionate about the place. She's like an Energizer bunny. She's just got so much energy. I think she needs a place like this to burn it all off.
To be fair, you'd have to question the sanity of anyone involved in a project that only seems to get bigger and more complicated every day. Of course, it would be much easier to clear everything out, get rid of the old and bring in the new. But that's not happening here.
I'm buying no new internal joinery, everything's being reused. So stripping all the polyurethane and paint off all the stuff. Every item that I take out or alter, I have to record and store. So like this architrave is being taken out, numbered, wrapped in a little bundle and stored so it can go back later.
It just goes to show how demanding this restoration project really is, and the depth of Marco's patience and dedication. By August 2023, it's a full 15 months since I first visited Earnscheugh Castle, And the build is a year behind where Marco and Ryan hoped it would be. That's mainly because of the consent issue, but carefully removing materials to be reused, such as the bricks, has proved very time-consuming. Morning.
Morning.
How are you, Marco?
All right, welcome back.
Thank you very much, but really good to see that things are happening. There's a big hole in the west wing. There are ladders, there are people, there are windows out. I can't wait to see what's behind the door. What will we find?
Mayhem.
Mayhem. Ryan's working in Auckland as usual, but clearly they've been busy here too. Wow, no ceiling.
Yeah, we've done heaps.
No door, but I don't recognise that big hole in the wall there and there.
We've taken those windows out to put French doors in for a balcony.
That was okay with the consenting crew?
Yep.
And out into that sunshine,
the eastern
grounds. Oh, and then lovely pink light through here.
Yeah.
And the temptation would be now to, in a modern home, to put a big open piece of glass against the view, but it's actually quite lovely to have this window size. How long does it take to change from this state to you walking in?
2 years, I think. I'm quite patient.
Right.
Yeah.
Ryan?
Not so.
Okay. Ryan's impatience is no doubt exacerbated by this separation, but the sale of his tourism business is conditional on him continuing to work in it, in Auckland, for some time to come.
I don't think that's something we really thought through so much when we thought we could handle it, but it's proving to be quite tough, being away from each other so much. But how can you not love it?
Quite. No, you're right. You're right.
And it feels like a home to us already, even though it's not ready for us to live in. Ooh, oh God, I'm getting a bit emotional now.
Well, of course.
We'll
It's a special thing.
leave it better than we found it. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, what better ambition could you have?
Yeah.
I've come here today and found a man quietly in love with what he's doing. But I think that word love is really important because he's got to love what he's doing. I mean, he's got 2 years, or God forbid more, ahead of him of hard graft. And so let's hope that love will conquer all. With the promise of another long, hot Central Otago summer just around the corner, the painstaking repair and restoration of Earnscheugh Castle continues. Just as dusty, demanding and noisy as usual. Just one of many jobs underway is the installation of the new membrane roof. So finally, the house will be watertight.
It's a massive achievement. Like, we won't be shifting buckets around after every rain.
The new roof will also be insulated, so the house will be much warmer. But it's a big job, highly specialized and very expensive. One of many financial hits Marco and Ryan are taking.
We have gone maybe slightly over budget.
Yeah, burning through the money.
Oh my God. I think we're a bit worried right now how we're going to pay for it, how we're going to finish it. It's all hinging on my payout for my main business, which is next year. So I get paid out based on how we perform for the calendar year of 2024. So I'm just up in Auckland, just pushing as hard as I can to make sure we get a good payout. Fingers crossed. And investing quite heavily in crypto. That's my backup. I know with a big project like this, your plan B plan shouldn't be crypto investing and trading, but it is for us.
That looks amazing.
Oh, this is fucking really, how cool is that? Now this looks like a real entrance, right?
Yeah. However, creating the new entrance means that the stairwell balustrade has to be extended with Remu timber matching the original. That's over 100 years old. So very rare and most likely very expensive.
Wow. Wow, beautiful.
It was quite a search, but Marco, with his forensic tracking ability, eventually found exactly what they needed at an Auckland company specialising in recycled native New Zealand timber.
These pieces we probably had 7 or 8 years, and I've been holding on to them because I didn't really know if I wanted to sell them or not.
Yeah, waiting for the right home.
Yeah. They're buying, from my point of view, once in a lifetime bits of wood. They're so big and so thick that in all my years of dealing with wood, I've never seen pieces like this before. I'm never going to see a bit of wood like that again. I almost guarantee it.
By the turn of the new year, the castle's new roof is on, and the finishing paintwork is being applied. The parapets are also being capped to ensure they're completely watertight. In the house itself, most of the new or restored doors and windows have been installed. A total of 76 over the 2 floors. Just one huge job of many the builders have to tackle.
I've done a few big renos before, but nothing quite to this scale. It's like doing about 10 houses at once. I worked here when I was a young lad as an apprentice. I knew how big and how grand it was. I was just keen to be a part of it. Every day is a challenge. You just got to keep going, I guess.
But although the work seems never-ending, and possibly is, Marco's somehow finding time for a local upholstery class.
So intense.
Lessons he's using to restore an original 1920s Chesterfield sofa, which may have been here since the castle was built.
Spent the last 60 years out there on the front porch. It was a mess. But it'll be cool when it's all finished and go, I did that. I pricked myself, I'm bleeding. Bleeding all over the Chesterfield.
All up, Marco estimates that restoring the Chesterfield will take him 12 full days' work. So a big commitment for such a busy man. But this build must be taking a toll. And while Ryan's far away in Auckland trying to earn money to finish their dream, Marco's essentially going it alone. Like the old Chesterfield, I bet he'll be looking for a new lease of life too. The depths of winter now at Earnscheugh Castle. So beautiful, so cold. And architect Richard Naish is down from Auckland for a site visit.
Just taking that floor out, Marco, has just made an incredible difference, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's amazing.
Richard and Marco have worked together for 25 years on different projects, but this one is certainly unique. Expensive too. When I first came here, Marco and Ryan said their budget was $3 million tops. And while a fair chunk of that has now gone, looking around today, what it's been spent on is not that obvious. This wall is so skinny now, isn't it? Just single brick masonry wall, no supports.
Well, that's the carbon fibre that's slid in there that gives it its strength, but without that you just wouldn't want to be sleeping next to it, would you?
You certainly wouldn't know. 1920s house meets modern composite technology.
Yes.
It's really interesting to see a house like this being completely operated on. You know, it's almost like 5 or 6 major operations at the same time before you can then put it back together and hide all of the work you've done.
Yeah, you won't see it.
No.
Yeah. I can't think of another example of something so bold and optimistic of its time. It's a homestead for a huge station, and then it's got an amazing history in behind it. So it's a really unique project and one of a kind in New Zealand. I think the time aspect of it has probably surprised all of us, but we'll get there in the end.
But while the focus is on the castle's future, I'm still fascinated by stories from the 1940s of a bitter family feud, leading to bricked-up windows and a wall dividing the whole house. It's become the stuff of legend over the years, but I haven't found anyone with actual first-hand knowledge until now.
You lived in Earnscheugh until what age?
Until I was about 9.
Bridget Denniston and her family moved into the castle to live with her grandparents, the original owners, Stephen and Marion Spain. They built the castle with a fortune they made from exporting rabbit meat and skins. And rabbits also provided an opportunity for enterprising young Bridget.
What you put on here and you cut it here behind the head.
Pull the skin off.
Yes, pull the skin.
Ex-rabbit.
And we got a shilling, I think, for each one. And we had our bike fund. Yes, we were saving up for a bike.
Oh, yeah. So did it feel like a hard life? Was it a fun?
No, it didn't feel like a hard life, but it felt quite isolated. It always seemed to be a special part of my life.
The castle was also home to Bridget's uncle and aunt and their family. And this is where the story about the feud has its roots.
Brothers at war is something I saw.
One brother living one side and one the other and not speaking, and not your experience?
Not at all. Our parents had always wanted their own place, and when our grandparents died, most people would agree they don't want to live with their brother and his wife and family.
Right, so this is
all in the same house. So there was a wall put through. Of course, there are disagreements in any family running businesses and things like that. But I feel like the wall was about the most sensible thing anybody would ever want to do. If my brother and I were going to live in the same house, I would like him to have his own bit.
Sure. So this is about privacy and having your own family unit rather than some unresolved conflict?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it appears that the truth about the Great Wall of Earnscheugh doesn't quite match the legend. Even so, there's something mythical about the castle. So much past, and now so much future. I'm sure there'll be plenty more stories to come. I've extended my visit to catch up with Ryan, who's arrived from Auckland, where he's still living and working. As the one most impatient to finish, I'm keen for his take on current progress and the potential final cost.
Yeah, definitely stressful on the financial side. We've definitely blown the budget.
We're about 40% over on the house,
Yeah. You know, the exterior plastering and part of the earthquake strengthening program included in that. You know, that's come out to about 600K, so that's a little bit more than expected.
Do you build a house for our roof cost?
Yeah. How much was that? It was about 600 again?
This is a high maintenance child,
It is.
right? A lot of energy and time and thought process. So can you detach from this, Marco? Day to day?
Oh,
is it just ever present?
For him. No, he can't. He's got OCD. I go to bed late at night. We go to bed and he's sitting on his phone, like finding like the perfect umbrella holder, or finding the next chandelier that he's going to buy. I've got to stop this man buying chandeliers.
That's the fun stuff. You're not just building a house, are you? You actually have to be true to that vision that this is something really special.
Yeah.
And maybe not just for you guys. There's a lot of investment from everybody else in this, the community and so on.
There's definitely a lot of buy-in.
Yeah. 2 years since I first got here. Blur your eyes, and it looks exactly the same. I mean, that's remarkable as it stands, but they've also got another year and a half to go before they finish it. So, when I pose that question, how will Marco and Ryan feel when they're $1 million in the hole and months, years down the line? Will they still have the same enthusiasm? And today we found out that the answer is yes. Well, they're either remarkable liars or truly unique individuals. And actually, I get the sense that it might be the latter. Marco and Ryan's little renovation project here in Earnscheugh is pretty extraordinary. To take on a Category 1 listed building that's long been forgotten, the effort, you have to say, is bordering on the heroic. But you know, I have a feeling that this house, now finished, will be spectacular. Well, I can immediately see they haven't plastered over the bricks. But since that's already been delayed by over 100 years, I'm sure a little longer won't matter. Gilded lanterns, urns everywhere. This house has come back to life. Ah, there you are. I think that balcony is made for you two. How are you?
Good. The question is, how did you get past the guard dogs?
What, you didn't release the hounds in time?
We'll meet you downstairs.
Okay, great.
Hi!
You're not the most effective guard dogs.
Wow, they did try.
It's fantastic to be here.
Finally.
Oh no, this is amazing. Yeah, no more crouching underneath the bathroom that was there. This is how the hallway should be.
Yeah.
That's the first of the chandeliers.
She's 7 foot, 294 kg. Needs a custom winch to bring her down.
I mean, it's incredible. But now I'm guided by the light. Another chandelier, what, 2?
Yeah, there's quite a few chandeliers.
Yeah. And then that amazing ceiling.
Yeah, Ryan's favourite cherubs.
Love that ceiling.
Ah, now the ballroom.
Yeah.
And I love the colours, these heritage colours.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to play it safe. No, it's a bit of a relaxing space. Gets the sun, this is east. So, yeah, breakfast in the morning, bit of a function space if we have people over, and a bit of a serving kitchen behind us.
This is the Chesterfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you slaved over.
The 3 families that lived here before, you know, they've grown up having that couch on the front deck, and here it is, looking better than ever.
The small ballroom kitchen is one of 3 in the castle. At the other end of the ground floor is a commercial kitchen with heavy-duty equipment and high-volume capacity, which will cater to large events. Whilst right next door, the transformation of Marco and Ryan's own kitchen is remarkable. Now, this room has changed so much.
It has.
Ah, just beautifully crafted.
We took our keys from this old piece of scullery furniture.
So this is renovated?
Yeah.
Ah, so a bit of kitchen archaeology here in the cabinetry, and there are other signs of the past. There's a curiously placed tile inlay.
The old
floor.
hearth.
Ah, yes.
So we kept a nod to that there. We thought those are some beautiful tiles.
Yeah, it tells a story, doesn't it? That layer of history, and we see that in this room, don't we? Because this wasn't just one room.
No, it's literally 5 rooms. This is the cook's kitchen and the cook's lounge, and
you've added that window.
we've
right?
reinstated that window. So that window was bricked in.
That's right. Yes, part of that blocking off of the house.
We think it's beautiful. We love keeping this.
Grand. It's appropriate for this house. It's how it's meant to be. The balconies here are now enclosed with glazing instead of open to the elements. Plus, every castle needs a library, of course. And this is another new addition featuring bookshelves made of timber recycled from the Christchurch earthquake. There are also 6 guest bedrooms up here, 6 all with en-suites. And so, to the end of the upstairs eastern wing and the master suite. Oh, this is such a different room. It's delightful. We're up amongst the trees, and you've reflected that in these curtains, this autumnal theme.
It's a great place to wake up, facing east, all the morning sun. It's an absolute dream.
I dare say that this house has probably never looked so good, and one that it's fair to say has taken a while to get to this point.
Sure has. We just can't believe we're sitting here right now. Like, we've been thinking about this moment for so long, and now actually to be here after close to 4 years of hustle, it feels surreal.
Did you know how hard it would be?
No. No, not at all.
I think we knew what was involved, but I don't think we knew how emotional it was going to be.
Completely personal.
Yeah.
You have many people help.
So many people. Yeah.
Give their time.
Yeah. We've had lots of volunteers.
The amount of people that have picked up a paintbrush or helped with sanding or just got involved without us even asking has been incredible. And
approaching us in the street, the supermarket, it's been amazing.
So it's not just Penny who's omnipresent.
Right.
Lady Penelope,
yeah,
she's been absolutely incredible.
She's probably out there now, isn't she, doing something?
She will be. She's tireless. I've never seen the lady yawn.
$2.5 million to buy this place.
Yeah.
And then you wanted to spend 4, then maybe 3.
Yeah, something around there.
What happened?
So if we, in terms of what we've spent in its entirety to date, not excluding what we bought it for, we've spent just a tad over 11 million. Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah.
缠绷带了，走。